So it's Friday night, and Jack, who is 22 years old in the yellow shirt, invites his little brother Will, who's 14 years old in the blue shirt, to a college party. At the party, there's a bunch of people relaxing, socializing, drinking, dancing, just, having a good time. And at the party, there's a wide assortment of drinks to choose from. So there is wine, there's also whiskey, and there's beer, and there's also water. So Jack's little brother Will wonders which drink Jack will choose. Jack, which drink will you choose? Beer, Jack exclaims. But why? Will wonders. Well, let me tell you, bro. Given one standard drink of wine, beer, and hard alcohol, you find that they all have the same amount of pure alcohol. Let's start with beer, the middle drink. Given one standard drink of beer, which is typically 12 fluid ounces, and beer is 5% pure alcohol, you find that it contains 0.6 ounces of pure alcohol after doing a simple calculation. For a standard drink of wine, here on the left, which is typically 5 ounces of fluid and 12% alcohol, it also has 0.6 ounces of pure alcohol. What about a shot of whiskey? Well, that's about 1.5 fluid ounces and 40% alcohol. But the result is, again, 0.6 ounces of pure alcohol. So we see that the amount of pure alcohol is the same for one standard drink of each of these types of alcohol. The same amount of pure alcohol. So Jack explains to Will why specifically his preference is beer. You see, I'm the kind of guy who likes to have a drink in my hand the whole night. So, say I drink 100 fluid ounces of beverage by the end of the night. We know already that wine is 12% alcohol, beer is 5% alcohol, and whiskey is 40% alcohol. And we're comparing 100 fluid ounces of each of these drinks. So, by simple calculation, you find that for wine, you get 12 ounces of pure alcohol in your system. Beer, you get 5 ounces of pure alcohol in your system. And whiskey, you get 40 ounces of pure alcohol in your system. AKA, beer puts the least amount of alcohol in my body. And that's why I choose to drink beer, Jack explains to his brother Will. Okay, Will understands. But it is illegal to consume alcohol under the age of 21, and Will is only 14 years old. In other words, he's underage. So Will decides to drink water, as shown, and this is the healthy decision. But as Jack continues to drink alcohol throughout the night, by sipping on beer, what happens to all the beer? When alcohol goes into his digestive system, it enters his bloodstream through the small intestine. From there, from the bloodstream, it travels to various organs in the body. One of these organs is the liver. The liver's job is to break down toxic substances in the blood. And one of those types of toxic substances includes alcohol. This is known as the metabolism of alcohol. For an average-sized person, like Jack, it takes 1 hour to metabolize 0.5 ounces of pure alcohol. For 1 can of beer, the liver takes a little over an hour to metabolize all of that alcohol. As the night continues, Jack's BAC, or blood alcohol content, continues to rise. As shown here, for each can of beer he drinks, the BAC or blood alcohol content in his body rises. What will happen now? To be continued in the next video. As a quick summary of what we discussed in this video, let's show a few bullet points. First of all, it's illegal to consume alcohol under the age of 21. That's why Will chose water. And for one standard drink, beer equals wine equals whiskey. They all have the same amount of pure alcohol. Also, as you consume more alcohol, your BAC or blood alcohol content rises. The end.